Well, a fight over converting cinemas from film to digital technology has spilled into the courts, and some smaller operators say the squabble is putting their livelihoods at risk. Two companies have been vying for the right to negotiate with Hollywood and gain a lucrative foothold in the digital world that has the potential to revolutionise what we see on the big screen. But evidence given in the federal court that one of those companies considered paying the head of the Independent Cinema Owners Association a success fee for bringing independent cinemas on side has owners asking questions about what happened and whether there could have been any conflicts of interest. James Bennett reports.
Film, projector, action. In just over 2 years, this laborious process will be a thing of the past.
Christmas 2013. If we're not digitally compatible by then, we're out of business.
Tom Scouten runs the 4-screen Boronia Cinemas in suburban Melbourne. On the left is what has driven cinema for the last 100 years. On the right is a scaled-down version of its digital future.
It opens up the scope to us to do a lot of things. We could do AFL Grand Finals, we could do World Cup, we could do opera.
But there's a catch. Encrypted digital projectors, mandated by Hollywood to guard against piracy, are close to $200,000, much more than small cinemas can afford. Because the studios will save millions on film printing, they've negotiated subsidy deals, called virtual print fees or VPFs, with the big cinemaplexes to offset that cost.
You know, Fox, Warner's, Paramount, they don't want to deal with me personally on a daily basis. Somebody has to sit in the middle, and that's really what the fight's about.
Two companies are vying for that role, known as an integrator for smaller cinemas.
Without an integrator, there'll be no VPF. Now, Joe Public outside wouldn't know what a VPF was, but it's our future.
Last month, the federal court ruled that one of those two companies, Omnilab, helped Mike Smith, a director of the other company, DCN, to breach his director's duties and benefited from it. Smith gave Omnilab commercially sensitive information without telling DCN's other directors, then helped Omnilab outmanoeuvre DCN for the negotiating rights. Mike Smith has not returned Lateline's calls. Omnilab says it will appeal, saying some aspects of the judgment favour the company, pointing to the judge's finding that DCN wouldn't have been capable of meeting Hollywood's demands.
We've still got another case to go and some decisions to make and discovery and a lot of processes involved. Our hope, though, is that the studios will work out how they want to provide those VPF rebates to independent cinema owners and get it to them as fast as possible.
But some of the evidence given has some cinema operators questioning the role played by Mark Safety, CEO of the Independent Cinema Association of Australia. Neither Iker nor Mark Safety was listed as a defendant in the case, and there's been no finding of wrongdoing against either of them. The court heard Omnilab's bosses recognise Safety's crucial role in getting them the integrated deal and internally discussed obtaining legal advice about giving him a $50,000 success fee, a $20,000 retainer and board position with a new company to oversee VPFs. When asked about that, one of Omnilab's executives said that Safety had requested a success fee for convincing members to support Omnilab over DCN, but said nothing further happened. In a statement, Iker denies Safety sought any personal benefit and says neither it nor Safety knew anything about internal discussions at Omnilab. Iker says its board papers prove that Safety kept the board fully informed about the negotiations with Omnilab at all times, including the possibility of Iker, not Safety, receiving payments. It states that it's completely satisfied Safety's negotiations were solely for the benefit of Iker members. Nevertheless, for cinema owner and former Iker board member Keith Stevens, evidence given is enough to raise questions.
I think there could be. I think that the way it's been written in the court case, I think that Mark has a few things to answer to.
I'd hate to accuse somebody for wrongdoing, but it just doesn't seem right.
Iker refutes any suggestion of impropriety by it or Safety, describing any allegations as vilification aimed squarely at its and Safety's reputations, adding that it's concerned there may be forces acting against the best interests of independent cinemas.
Now they need to start talking and come up with a solution. I know there will be a positive outcome. I fully feel that there will be, but somebody's got to drag them together.
Otherwise, Australia's independent cinemas could fade to black. James Bennett, Lateline.